Hello, my fellow seekers of wisdom, and welcome back to Stoic Outlook. Today, we're talking about something deep, something profound, eudaimonia. No, it's not a new luxury car model, and no, it's not a fancy new diet trend. It's actually the ultimate goal of life, according to the big boys like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. It's the Stoic promise of living your best life. So let's break it down and figure out how to thrive, even when life feels like one long Monday. All right. Close your eyes for a second and imagine the absolute best version of yourself. Not the one who stayed up until 2 a.m. watching cat videos, but the you who always says the right thing, never spills coffee on their shirt, and somehow aces every awkward social interaction. Got it? That version of you is what the ancient Greeks called your inner daemon. Not to be confused with demon, because that's a whole different YouTube video. It's like we all have this divine spark inside us just waiting to ignite, kind of like a seed that's meant to grow into something amazing. The Stoics, being the overachievers that they were, said the ultimate goal of life is to get in sync with this inner daemon. They called this eudaimonia, which translates to being good with your inner spirit. Think of it as the ancient version of living your best life, minus the avocado toast and motivational Instagram captions. Here's the deal. The Stoics believed that nature gave all of us this inner daemon as a seed and believed that nature itself wants us to become this highest version of ourselves. It's like getting a starter Pokemon in real life. It's your potential. But unlike in Pokemon, you can't just level up by battling random strangers. You've got to nurture that seed, grow it, and become the version of yourself that future you would high-five you for. How do we do that? The Stoics had another fancy word for it, arete. It sounds like the name of a high-end perfume, but it actually means virtue or excellence. Basically, it's about expressing the best version of yourself in every single moment. Not just when people are watching or when you're on a roll, but all the time. Yes, even when you're stuck in traffic or your Wi-Fi goes out during a binge-watch session. Every time you act with virtues such as wisdom, courage, or self-control, you're closing the gap between who you are and who you could be. The Stoics weren't about abstract pie-in-the-sky ideas. They believed in moment-to-moment actions, living so close to your ideal self that your reflection in the mirror gives you a thumbs up. The goal? Eudaimonia. It's about flourishing, thriving, and living a life that flows smoothly, like a river that's too cool to bother with rapids. Let's talk about that smoothly flowing life thing. Zeno, the guy who started Stoicism, defined happiness as just that. A life that flows smoothly. And no, this doesn't mean life magically stops being messy. The Stoics weren't delusional. They knew the storms would come, the coffee would spill, and the neighbor's dog would always bark during your Zoom calls. The point is, eudaimonia arms you with what you need to stay steady through all of it. This isn't about being happy only when the sun is shining or when your boss actually remembers your name. It's about thriving even when life feels like it's throwing dodgeballs at your face. It's about staying solid when life throws chaos your way. Because let's face it, life isn't always smooth sailing. Sometimes it's a hurricane with your name on it. But if you're anchored in your best self, you can handle anything. The Stoics believed that the good life, the real good life, comes from closing the gap between who you are and who you're capable of being. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your actions are aligned with your highest self, that you're sculpting a life you can be proud of. That's eudaimonia. And here's the kicker. This isn't about reaching some final destination where you get a gold star and a certificate of happiness. Eudaimonia is an ongoing process. It's about thriving in the journey, not just waiting for the destination. Happiness is a byproduct of living well. And guess what? You already have everything you need to get there. Your daemon is waiting. Time to wake it up. So, there you have it. Eudaimonia, the Stoic promise of a smoothly flowing, thriving life. It's not about dodging life's curveballs, but catching them with grace and maybe even some style. Remember, you've got an inner daemon, your potential is limitless, and your Wi-Fi will, eventually, reconnect. If you enjoyed this philosophical pep talk, hit that like button, subscribe for more ancient wisdom with a modern twist, and share this with someone who could use a little extra inspiration today. Until next time, stay awesome, stay resilient, and remember, you got this.